Well, hello there at home and welcome to Church Goals Who Rock with me, the Swazi. And today I have an awesome, amazing guest. She's so young, my God, she is so inspiring. And she has done probably all that she could in just 10 years and she hasn't even hit 30 yet. I don't even know how she does it. Welcome, Allegro, Dinkwanyane. How are you?
I'm good, Swazi. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. I don't even know where to start, but maybe if I had to ask you, you told me, off camera that you started at the age of 21.
Yes.
And what did it start with? Because you have almost 8, if not 10, companies that you are managing. And you haven't even reached 30 yet.
Yes, well, I started at the age of 21, 2011. I was in my final year at the University of Johannesburg, and it all started with an entertainment blog. So I was that girl just blogging about pop culture and fashion and music, and that led to my next entity, and one after the other, by the grace of God, and just doing what you love and being very dedicated and committed to what it is that you're passionate about. I am where I am today because of all of that, and it is a total of 9 entities thus far, and we're still building.
So then you started making money through social media before it even became fashionable to do so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just started this blog, which was really an assignment. I remember in 3rd year we did a course on online journalism, and that was a mock-up assignment. Basically, we were asked to create an assignment, a fake blog. I came up with a girl entertainment, and my lecturer was like, you know what, this blogging thing is becoming a thing in South Africa and also in Africa. It's still very small, but if you consider it as a hobby, you might take it far, just do some more research and so on. So that's when I launched it in October in 2011, just about to write my final year exams. And 3 months later, I had an audience. I was using social media, Twitter, Facebook, and so on to market my blog, because I mean, that's a free advertising marketing platform if you use it correctly. And before I know it, I had an audience. I was the go-to girl if you wanted to find out about pop culture, fashion, music, and so on. And I think what drew people in even more was the fact that it wasn't a tabloid. I wasn't trying to attack celebrities. I wasn't trying to get in anybody's business or write negatively about anyone. I was actually reviewing people's music. If a Swazi was releasing an album, I would come in and say, listen, here's Swazi's new project. Did you have a listen? What do you think? Let's talk about it. Or just tell you that there's a new album out. Go get it, and give an honest opinion. And people started liking that, and I mean, we know that a lot of people are drawn to negativity. People love the gossip, people love the, but they would come to me knowing that we're going to get a fresh voice, something that is going to build us, that is going to entertain us at the same time, and not tearing anybody else down.
Did your Christian values or your Christian upbringing, did it have an influence in how you actually go about doing this? Because I mean, it's so easy to say, I'll just drag somebody and there'll be more likes and I'll get paid better. But did your Christian values have an impact or influence in how you actually go about doing this?
Definitely. I was raised in a Christian home, and I'm of a firm believer that whatever you put out there, whatever energy it is that you put out there, it will come back to you. So treat people the way you want to be treated, and be intentional with whatever it is that you're doing. If I'm sitting down and I'm like, I want to create this blog, am I starting it to stir drama? What type of energy do I want to put out there? What do I want to be known for? What influence do I want to have? Is it going to be negative or positive? And it all boils down and comes back to how I grew up and what is in the Bible, the lessons that we get taught. And definitely being a Christian has shaped my way along my entrepreneurship journey, from the blogger that I was to the media entrepreneur that I am today, to owning this group company. It's also prayer, being a very faithful, like literally, I faith it more than I fake it.
Christian.
That is me. And I'm not saying this for somebody who's going to be watching this and thinking, well, I mean, I'm painting myself with this clean brush. We all make mistakes. We all have setbacks. But the fact that you can go back to the drawing board and pull yourself back up and stay motivated and know that I can fall, but I can get up and I can still make a difference. That's what makes us who we are today.
The foundation is strong, the house will stand. I actually see you on your Instagram, because I follow you, that you actually post a lot of scripture, even in raising your son. You're reading Christian parenting books, etc., etc. But how do you balance now being, because now you have You have Ogela Foods, which is the
organic farming.
Yeah. And you have
Ogela Properties,
yes,
the real estate company, Ogela Communications, PR and marketing agency. Ogela Entertainment is still there, has its own team of writers, editors. Got Boss Chick South Africa, which is the women empowerment movement. Ogela Events, an event management company. I might be forgetting something, but they are there.
And you're Elle's mom.
Yes, and I'm Elle. That is my number one priority, my biggest job. Like, people say I light up when I talk about my son.
You just went to the brightest pink right now.
Yeah, and I love it. Yes, I'm a mom now. He's 7 months, going on 8.
Wow.
Exciting to watch a life grow in front of you every day, and the pressure of trying to get it right, because now it's such a huge responsibility. I don't think it clicks until you have to raise a human being.
Yes.
You know, what he's learning through us today as parents, raising him, through me as his mom, you know, is going to shape the man that he becomes.
So true.
You know, and I always hashtag raising a king, raising a king, because he's not on social media right now. And I hope maybe Instagram won't be a thing when he's older, that he never gets on social media. But I'm putting it out there, even to myself, on days when it's tough, to raise this king, that I'm committed to doing so, and in a godly way, and raising him under God's light.
Yeah.
That has been my biggest promise between myself and God, that I will raise my son under your light, and I love it.
And you're so young, but that's what I keep, you know, my mind keeps going back to. You are so young. 8 companies, you're a mom, and it's not just companies.
Yeah.
It's like a property management group or a property group, and then you have a farm.
Yeah.
And then you manage other personalities in terms of, like, you know, you're a personality yourself.
Yeah.
You're all over the place. You're doing great things.
Thank you.
You were on Forbes.
Yes,
30
Forbes
under
Africa 30 under 30. This was in 2017. I was 27. And that came as a big surprise. Like, I don't work to get applauded. The work that I do because I love.
But it would be difficult,
you know,
to applaud you with all that
you know.
I mean, come on.
Thanks. So when things like that happen, I always get surprised, and people almost think, but I mean, you should expect it. Look at what you're doing. But I never take it for granted that people are always watching the work that I'm doing. Even after Forbes 30 under 30, I mean, I made my first Forbes publication at the age of 25, when I was in Forbes Women Africa. And then 2 years later, I was in Forbes 30 under 30, the Africa edition. And following that, there's been numerous awards across, in business, in entertainment, and so on. And I think it all comes back to consistency. Me staying true to what I love, and keep doing it, you know, honestly and consistently, no matter the ups and downs, and just going back to the drawing board and understanding, why did I start this? I started this 8 years ago, you know. My company will be 8 in October this year.
Wow.
I'm 29. I'm a new mom. I have I think over 16 employees.
Wow.
And we're still pushing, and the dream, the vision is bigger than me, and it all boils down to, how bad do you want it? Are you going to continue working?
I want to ask you, you know, like, somebody could be watching this and saying, she had a big funder, or she had a rich family, or she knew people in high places. How did it start? Like, that, okay, fine, it was an assignment, you know, it was, and then it became a reality. But even if it was an assignment and it became a reality, there must have been some sort of, you know, financial or capital that needed to actually have it get off the ground and start moving. How did you start? Did you have sponsors? Did you have
I wish
a rich dad? Did you have, or you just had a big God?
I wish, but I definitely had a big God, and I believe in miracles 110%. I'm a walking miracle. You know, I always tell my friends that. But I didn't have a funder. I tried applying for funding twice, and unfortunately it never happened for me. But I was not one to give up, and I always knew that I'm going to make it happen with or without the backing of anybody out there who has enough funding to support this project, you know, in this company. I mean, at 21, looking back now, I don't blame the people that told me that I'm too young and inexperienced to run a media company, because honestly, I was too young. So I did my research on the blogging space, and one thing that stood out for me was that the top bloggers that I followed in the UK and the US had started the blogs creatively from scratch. They didn't go download some template that was already out there that another blogger in a different city could have. So they made sure that this was done proper, and I understood that I had to get a graphics designer. I had to then trademark my name, the company name, which is Ogela is my name backwards, Allegro.
Yes.
I trademarked that, and so all of that came up to.
Sorry to cut you off on that. Was that influenced by Harpo?
Obviously, Oprah. Oprah is my biggest inspiration since I was 15, 16.
Yeah, she looks like she could be your aunt.
I'll take that. And when I realized the whole Harpo Oprah situation, I was still in high school, and my first name is Mahal, means absolutely nothing backwards. And then I looked at my second name, Allegro. I was like, I got you now, Ogela.
What does Allegro mean?
Allegro is a Portuguese and Italian, but I think my parents intended to give me the Portuguese meaning, which is happiness. People say happy, and Allegro in Portuguese means they're happy. And I think I live up to my name. I'm very happy, not too bubbly, but happy person.
You are. Heels make you happy?
Yes, of course. I don't know how many heels I have, and people tend to judge me. I post half of my closet. That too, I don't like being short that much, but it has its advantages. But I'm a shoe-aholic.
Bags make you happy?
Yes, definitely. Shoes, bags, makeup, everything pretty.
So you're a girl?
I'm a girly girl.
Like you're a girl's girl?
Yeah.
Take me through your day. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. What time do you wake up? I always say 6 a.m. because I wake up much later, so 6 a.m. is like safe.
I'm there 6 a.m. half awake, especially now because of my son.
Yeah.
6 a.m. he's probably just had his last morning feed. Yeah.
And you do that?
Yeah, I do that. And then I am probably having breakfast around 8 a.m. or so. Okay. This is after a gym session. I try and at least go to gym 3 times a week.
All right.
So I'll start early, maybe 7, 8, just an hour. I'm back at the house getting ready if I have a meeting and I need to rush off to. The nice thing with my schedule is that I manage my own time. I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have to be at my office at this time. You know, I'm a boss mom. So some days I have my first meeting at 2 p.m. So that means I have my morning to work from home. Okay. I have more time with my son. If I needed to go do some shopping or whatever it is, I have time for that. And then the rest of my day from 2 till evenings is going to be booked. It's going to be busy. But what I try to do now is schedule my time around my son. Okay. I know his schedule, when he's sleeping, when he's awake. I try and make it, if I have afternoon meetings, I try and make it home by 5 because then he's going to take his long nap from like 5 to about 7. And I want to catch him before then for bath time and play time. And then he sleeps. By the time he wakes up, you know, I've cooked, I've done all that I needed to do in the house, and then it's us again, playing, watching his favorite cartoons, reading the Bible. I read it to him and he holds that thing like he knows what he's doing. And I'm like, how old are you?
His name is Al.
Yes. And I'm like, how old are you? But he's so intrigued and he's learning every day, and it's amazing to just watch him. So every day is different. My days are not scheduled, literally. I could wake up at 5 a.m., rush into the airport because I have to be in Cape Town by 8. I have to, you know, so it's different, and you just kind of go with it, you know.
What do you do for fun?
Watch a lot of movies and I read.
When do you find the time?
When Al is sleeping nowadays.
Love?
Love?
Yes.
Love is
a space for, because you're like,
oh no, definitely.
It's the work, it's Al, it's this, it's that. Yeah. You haven't said anything about.
Definitely love is there. I have an amazing partner, which I don't speak about a lot intentionally, especially on social media.
You have to be private about certain
things. And I always say to people, it's not a secret, it's just privacy. It's none of your business. People around me that know me, they know what I'm about. They are in our home. They're there with, you know, they know. People, I mean, some of my followers bump into me at a mall and I'm with the baby, I'm with him, or whatever, and they're like, oh, so that's, but you'll never see me on social media. And it's different for everybody. And I just think in the industry, the history where I come from, I've just learned not to put everything out there. And so I've always tried to keep my personal life, Al's dad included, away from social media. And that's just how we do things.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, Ogela is about you.
Yeah.
Allegro is you.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do do with him. It's got nothing to do with even your son.
Yeah.
Which is why even today we just know El's feet. We just know his head. We just know what he's wearing.
Yeah.
We just, we see him in the stroller, but we don't really see him.
Exactly.
But it's keeping a safe, controlling what you put out there, so that it actually doesn't come back to.
No, the internet is harsh. And it's not even about hiding anything. It's just about protecting your peace sometimes.
Yes.
And once you do start posting, for those that do, each to their own,
it's okay, yeah.
But for me, once you do start, people feel like you owe them that content. Now but you haven't posted your son in a while. Or if you don't post your partner anymore, are they still together? What's going on? And I'm like, can you just know about Allegro? How I slayed today, the outfit pic that I posted. I had a couple of meetings, my company's still standing. I'm okay. You don't need to know the nitty-gritties of my life. I'm happy, I'll post flowers from Al's dad. I'll post a vacation. They know he's there, but you won't see him.
Yeah.
It's none of your business.
That's true.
Yeah.
I actually took a decision. My mother-in-law and I decided that I needed to stop posting kids. After that whole, there was a thing that was going on. Kids were just disappearing.
Oh, it's crazy.
And she said to me, you're a public figure.
Yeah.
When people know your kids, they become targets. So I stopped posting, and someone said, actually, we haven't seen King Da's picture for a while, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they had gotten so used to you posting that now, but they'll now have to get used to you not push your music, push whatever it is that you're doing, push this. This is an amazing platform that you've now created for, Christian girls that will now have role models to look up to, people that they see on TV and be like, wait a minute, I can read the Bible and still be cool.
Yeah.
I can still follow Jesus and still be successful like this.
I can pray.
and that's what I'm all about. Rather know Allegro, the woman behind this amazing company. Here and there, yes, I have a personality. You will get to see my quirkiness and what I love, and I love reading and movies and shoes and so on, but Oskam papela. You know that thing where they think, you're not going to know everything and it's none of your business. And you should be okay with that, because I'm not knocking on anybody's social media platforms saying, but you owe us what did you cook yesterday? Who's your husband, wife, whatever. I don't care about that. Whatever you put out there, I respect, and that's the content you want us to see, and we're okay with that.
So true. Are you going to have a restaurant in the future?
Definitely.
I'm curious about that, because I always see your food and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. It is in the works. But when I'm a bit older, when I now take, I call it it's my retirement plan.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the building phase. This has been, I'm approaching a decade of running this business, which is majority a media company. And then now with the 2 non-media entities, Ogela Foods and Ogela Properties, that I've launched. But later on, I want to have it fully fledged where people are running that, and I don't have to be there around the clock, micromanaging people if need be. And I'll have a restaurant, and I'll do that as a hobby, as my love for food and just eating with good people.
When is retirement for you?
I hope 40.
40.
I hope 40. I pray 40.
In 10 years' time.
For me, a little. I'm 29, Susie.
I'm thinking about my...
So yes, somewhere there. But I'm 40. I'd like to just take a step back, because I'm not all about work all the time. People don't even know this, but I take so many vacations in a year. You'll never see it on Instagram. I love taking a breather. When I come back stronger. Like I come back more refreshed. The concept of always working yourself to it's not healthy. Yes, I'm an advocate of hard work. Prosperity comes through that, but I also say, prayer and hard work have never literally let me down. I am where I am today because I pray. I'm a very prayerful person, very connected to the higher being, which I call God in my situation, and also just putting in the work, because I don't believe God can meet you halfway if you're not putting in the work. And that's a lot of people. Exactly. A lot of people get it wrong. They're like, oh, I just believe miracles will happen, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe in some cases. But I'm sure God is also looking down on some. Are you actually putting in the effort?
Nothing's going to fall from the
it's not just going to come to you and you don't even work for it. You're not going to value it if it just comes that way. So, yeah.
Someone is sitting at home or watching this and thinking, I want to be an Allegro in the future.
Yeah.
What words do you have for them?
Work hard. Be very intentional with your plans. Put God above everything else and shut out all types of negativity. People will be negative. People will be negative.
Yeah.
But if you stay in your lane and work at your own pace, God will promote you when it's your time. God will put you exactly where you need to be, and everything will work out. I know it sounds cliche, you know, like everything will work out, but how? But I can't even explain it sometimes, how things just work to my favor. Every day I open my emails and I'm like, what, me? How did that happen, you know?
But it's in the word. God says that all things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to His purpose. And Allegro, thank you so much for being a church girl who rocks.
Thank you for having me.
So much for making the time. I'm sure that people are going to be inspired by this. And thank you so much for being a great role model for our daughters.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A church girl who rocks, who manages business, who's a mom, who still prays and slays. Until I see you on the next episode, remember, you too can do it.